This is Phase Music. This is Phase Music.
In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snup 7. I am your soul brother, number one. Is you ready? Is you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll? Let's rock and roll. Our chosen topic for this morning, going into the afternoon, I hope that your day has been well, as expected or as we hope. We live in a violent society. We live in a jungle. Sometimes it makes me wonder, we live in a jungle. Some of us, we live in some type of fantasy world where everything is beautiful in its own way. That old happy stuff. And then when something happens that's supposed to happen because we're living in a jungle, because the law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. Dog eat dog world. So you have, even in our community, the black community, soul community, however you want to call it, a dog eat dog world, and the soul brothers call themselves, "What's up, dog?" And you call our women bitch. And a bitch is a female dog. A dog eat dog world. Survival of the fittest. So if you live in North Carolina and you have a warrant for your arrest, and you bring all this attention to yourself, and you're surrounded by other predators, don't expect to live, because this is a dog-eat-dog world. But I had my hands on the steering wheel, and you still end up dead. When you're dealing with predators, the only thing on their mind is to eat you. So if you are a fox or you're a chicken being chased by a fox and you put up your wings, you got your wings on the wheel, the fox still gonna eat you, because we live in a jungle. So I don't know why we are shocked. I don't know why we are upset. I don't know why you're marching. I don't know why you're protesting, because you live in a jungle. The only thing that can solve your problem is to get out the jungle or destroy the jungle, whichever. If you're not going to destroy the jungle, then, and you're not going to get out of the jungle, then why are you shocked? Because either you are prey or you are predator, one or the other. There is no in between. Survival of the fittest. You're not surviving because you're not the fittest. And even though you're supposed to be a human being, the most intelligent on the planet, and have a brain, you don't know how to use it. Because if you did, then you would understand that brain supersedes broad. Those who are smart control the broad. Those who are smart control the predator in the jungle. You're not smart. The only thing you know how to do is be prey. Okay. So nothing is shocking to me. And some may feel as though I'm cold-hearted. I feel nothing when you talk about George Floyd. I feel nothing. I feel nothing about the brother in North Carolina. I had my hands on the steering wheel. They shot me in the back of the neck. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing for the young brother that was just shot right before the George Floyd. I don't feel nothing for Breonna Taylor. I don't feel nothing. You may say, that's cold-hearted. You feel with self-hatred. The self-hate comes when you live in an environment like this and you know it, but you're making no attempt to get out of it, so you get what's coming to you. I understand that as I'm talking to you live, for no reason, police could knock open my door and shoot me and claim I pulled a gun on them. That's the type of environment that I'm living in. It doesn't make any difference if my family wins a multi-million-dollar verdict for non-justifiable homicide or whatever. I'm dead. George Floyd is dead. It doesn't make any difference whether or not his family got $27 million. How does that help George Floyd? How does money help Breonna Taylor? The brother in North Carolina just got shot in the neck. How does that help him? You live in a jungle. Survival of the fittest. Who's the smartest? That's what it's about. You walk in the valley of the shadow of death and you do fear evil. I don't fear nobody. Some of y'all say, I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of no man. I ain't afraid. Why do you lock up your car? Why do you have locks? Why do you have locks on your house? Why do you take your money to the bank? Because you fear. You fear your money getting stolen. You fear somebody breaking open, going and breaking in your house, stealing your car. You put a bike lock on your bike. You do fear. So that's a lie. You got a gun. You got a knife, a stick, a brick, because you fear. If you did not fear, why do you have weapons? If you did not fear, why do you have locks? Because you fear. You walk in the valley of the shadow of death, and you do fear evil. Stop lying to yourself. Actions speak louder than words. You can say anything you want to out of your mouth. Actions speak louder than words. I'm not going to lie like that. You live in an environment that is not just. It's not equal. It's not just. It's not fair. We live in a jungle. And only certain people make the laws of the jungle. You don't. You obey the law. So they get angry at me because I present a plan so that finally, after 400 years, you and I can put ourselves in a position. Well, I don't know what they do in the north. I don't know what they do over here or in the west. But when you come to this specific geographical area, I'm the king of the jungle. I took down all the laws of the old lion, a new lion in town. I make the laws. I make the policy. And there are those who don't like that. They want to keep submitting. They want to go to Africa so they can be under somebody else's law, somebody else's policy. After 400 years, we, the descendants of slaves born in America, soul brothers and sisters, you and I deserve an opportunity and a chance so that we can be the lawmaker instead of always obeying somebody else's law. Somebody else, how has it been working for us? It has not been working for us. Because those who rule are not just. Those who rule are not fair. Those who rule live by the survival of the fittest, a dog-eat-dog world. They're not looking out for you and me. They're looking out for themselves. Don't you think we have the right to look out for ourselves? So, speaking of unjust, speaking of unfair, I am currently in Facebook jail. The social media platform called Facebook. I am in Facebook jail, accused of hate speech against a black man, black men, soul brothers. I appealed, and my appeal was rejected. Now, mind you, last time I looked, I'm a black man. I'm a soul brother. I don't have the right to speak about my own gender. Hate speech. So, what did I say that will put me in Facebook jail? I was standing up and defending her, the sisters. And this is what I noticed. And maybe you have noticed this also on social media. So I am an example. I know that you can be charged with hate speech talking against black men. I know that. I'm in Facebook jail on Facebook speaking against black men. Now, mind you, I'm a black man, brother myself. I'm a soul brother myself. I cannot say nothing about my own gender. They might charge you with hate speech if you get out of line speaking about black people. Black people. But what I noticed is you can speak about the sisters. And they won't put you in jail for that. There are countless channels dedicated to degrading, making mockery, and doing everything they can to bring her down. Talk about our women worse than a dog. Treat her like garbage and trash. And not only a comment, but whole channels dedicated to the destruction, mockery, ridicule of our sisters. And this is allowed. So it makes me think, because people always tell me that the black man is the threat. That's what we're told. The black man is the endangered species. That's what I'm told. Some of y'all say that. Let's protect the black boys. What's his name? That young brother? He's opening up a school too, like Umar Johnson. King Randall. Let's uplift and protect the black boys. Protect the black boys. But when you look at it, who's the one really the target? Who's the one really the threat? Because it seems as though all the activity is against her. That's what it looked like to me. Who's the real threat? The black man or the black woman? It looked like she catching all the heat, not you. Well, what about the brothers getting shot in the back of the neck and all that? A lot of these brothers on TV getting shot, a lot of them was involved in criminal activity. The brother that in North Carolina that just got shot in the back of the neck, there was a warrant for his arrest because he was involved in criminal activity. That's why the police was there to arrest him. These are not innocent people. They talk about these sisters, and there is no crime involved. They are attacked simply because they're women. Ain't nobody knocking on their door. Breonna Taylor is not dead because there was a warrant for her arrest. Of course, they're trying to say it is, but it wasn't. Phil Fox, how you doing, Phil? Phil says, it's the hypocrisy and double standards of the closed-minded folks. They don't know better and seem to be okay with it, but they love controversy. They don't care about no one but themselves. Right. Oh, the black man. Oh, the black man. Yeah. Yeah, the brother in North Carolina, there was a warrant for his arrest. That's why the police was there. My question is, why didn't you just give yourself up? You knew why the police was there. These people be doing silly, dumbass stuff, end up dead, and we supposed to come on here, oh, Lordy, Lordy, oh, they after the black man, Lordy, Lordy, and cry. And I don't do that no more. When you're a damn fool and when you're silly, I don't do that no more. I can't even shed tears for the innocent because you live in a cesspool, you're going to get doo-doo and pee on you. We live here in this environment, and that's what's going to happen to us as long as we live in this. What do you expect? If I keep crying for every person that is killed by the police, discriminated against, and all this injustice done to us, I won't even have no body fluid left from crying for everybody. It's supposed to happen to you because you're asking for it. If you're a chicken living with fox, those foxes are going to eat you. They're not your friend. You're living with white people. They've been killing us for over 400 years, mistreating us, doing all kinds of dirt. It's supposed to happen. You want to live comfortable. You want to pretend that you're not living in hell. You want to pretend like this is some kind of paradise. Oh, you want to pretend like things is changing. Live in La La Land. Everything is beautiful in its own way. How you do that? Living in fantasy world. You have whole channels. You have Facebook groups dedicated to hate speech of her. But I make a comment defending her, and I'm the one put in Facebook jail for hate speech. But you have YouTube have countless YouTube channels dedicated to hate speech against her, and they stand. And people making thousands of dollars creating content of hate against her. This is true. This is factual. I don't want to hear this crap about, oh, the black men and the black boys. I don't care about that. That's some garbage. You ain't no damn threat. Matter of fact, a lot of these men live off of her. And some of y'all brothers are guilty. When you get into relationships with these women, a lot of times you're the one that move in with her. She's not moving in with you, even though she has 6 children or whatever. She has her own house and she's running her own household. And most of you brothers, you move in with her because you don't have nothing. Ain't trying to get nothing. But you're the threat. How are you a threat when you don't have nothing, not trying to get nothing? A lot of our sisters going to college. The black woman is the main one in our community that's college educated. And you want to get on her case because she's college educated and she wants somebody on her level. While you out there trying to sling heroin or crack or doing some whatever, you don't want to go to school to try to improve yourself. Then you want to bring her down because she went to school to educate herself. And then if she has mercy on you and say, brother, I accept you for who you are, you want to go to her house and tell her how to run her house, and you don't have nothing. I'm the man. If you're the man, why don't you take your ass to college? Get you a degree. You a man. I'm the man. And want to run something. The single mothers. How did she become a single mother? Because a single man got her pregnant and abandoned his children. That's why she's a single mother. That's why. But the single man get a pass. Why do these men get a pass? Hey, what's up there? Sister Karen, Brother Phil, Deacon. I don't give men a pass. I don't give men a pass. So you can take your happy ass somewhere else. Hey, what's up there, Sister Ann? Matter of fact, Sister Karen right here, let me see if I can make you a moderator.
Just tell the truth.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Brother Phil, I'm going to make you a moderator too while I'm at it.
You don't mind tell us about your dad.
Yeah, there we go.
Why not? You're not hurting your father. It's okay to tell the truth.
All these, the black women, the sisters. So I know who the real threat is. She's the threat. Not the men. You explain to me how the black man is a threat. Talk so to me now. When you don't have nothing. You'll shoot another brother in the head, but won't do nothing to the enemy. You don't have no money, you're not doing nothing. You are at your woman's house playing video games all day long. How are you a threat? You're not educated. What kind of threat are you? Because you're a man. You're supposed to be a warrior. If you're a warrior, who the hell you fighting? Oh, I tell you who you fighting. You fighting her. That's who you fighting. Sorry to hear that, Sister Ann. Yeah, I'm going through some stuff myself, but in this life, we just gonna have to deal with what we have to deal with till we can't do it no more. I'm looking at this. The black man is the endangered species. Let's protect the black boys. And what do you have these black boys doing? Hating her, turning him, her sons against the mama. That's what they're doing. I'll tell you this. When I was growing up, she was number one. She's number one. When I was growing up, you talk about the sisters, you talk about mama, it's on and popping. You keep it to yourself. When I was growing up, I don't care if she was a single mother, she was married, she was a prostitute. You don't talk about my mama. But I noticed once gangster rap got popular and we accepted calling her a hoe and a bitch, that's when we stopped embracing and loving our women, our mama. Because Snoop Doggy Dogg and NWA and all these other wackos was calling our women hoes and bitches. Even the sisters start calling themselves hoes and bitches. I'm a bad hoe. It was a rap by, what's her name, Trina. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. What do the Bible say? A man is as he thinketh. So she's called a hoe and a bitch, and you think it, so you are. And that's how she's treated right now. I know a sister right now, because of legal activity, I can't mention her name or the parties involved, but the legal system she has a stalker, and the legal system is taking its sweet time or actually doing nothing at all to try to protect her. And her evidence, there's no doubt she's being stalked. And basically, they blowing it to the side. You can do anything you want to the sisters. So where's her man at? There's a brother, what's his name? Nature Boy. He says that the economy of America is going to fall, and they're going to have to open up the jails and prisons. And the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to rape and put these women in check. Now look at here. He did not say when the economy falls, we're going to deal with the people that put us in jail and prison. He said as soon as they open up the jail doors, we're going to attack her and put her in check. That's the only thing in his mind. All these hateful, disgusting people. Let me tell you something, Nature Boy, and all you other suckers, pieces of trash that think like he do. I don't care what you think about her. She have a lot of sons. She have a lot of fathers and uncles. When you decide you want to do that, she has a lot of men that's going to protect her from your crazy ass. So you're not speaking for me, and you're not speaking for a whole lot of us. And you're a coward. Why don't you do it right now? Why you have to wait till the economy falls? You such a man. You so strong. You the giver of life and all this other stuff that you talking about. Black, these brothers is weak to me. And they don't like being around me because they want to be around somebody who praised them for doing nothing. You've done nothing of a god. You've done nothing of a warrior. Y'all a bunch of slaves and chumps. Your actions speak louder than words. I don't care what you say out your mouth. Your actions dictate exactly what you are. I'm in Facebook jail because I defend the sisters against a nasty black man. Not a white man, not a Chinese, not an African, another brother. Because he's actually jealous and envious of our sisters. Because she's strong. The sisters stand stronger than we do. And so you want her to mellow out and chill out, so to make you look stronger. No, I'm gonna tell you, black woman, soul sisters, you making a mistake and you're doing us as a people a disservice to do that. Be who you are. Evolve and progress to the greatest heights you can. Don't you bow down. If you live in a family, don't you bow down and make yourself less so your husband, your boyfriend can feel like a man. The hell with him. You went to school to earn your degree. You do what you do to put yourself on that level. Don't you bow down and belittle yourself Because this fool, I don't feel like a man. He want to control your bank account. Because I'm the man. Where your money at? If the sister make the money, you control the bank account. It's your money. You make it. You're going to let him, so he can feel like a man, control everything. No, 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 no. On top of that, family is a team effort. So it don't make no difference who make the money. It don't make no difference who get what. It all benefits the family. But he want to feel like a man because that's what the Quran said. That's what the Bible said. So this fool gonna put all these qualifications from the Bible, all these qualifications from the Quran or whatever, that's supposed to make him feel like a man, and he can't even do it. Because if you was a man, how could we be living in this damn jungle with all these damn predators? If a man is gonna live in a jungle with predators, then he protects his family. Well, first of all, he understands that he lives in a jungle, and he protects his family from the predators. This black man, this soul brother in this country, can't protect himself, let alone his women and children. That's why I said and decided when I was a little boy, I'm not going to have any children because it's not happening. I'm not going to bring them into a situation I have no control of. I'm not going to let them suffer like I have to suffer. You have these men bring in children into the jungle and do nothing to provide or protect. Brother Phil says, that's what I'm dealing with, certain people in my life. That is something pertaining something different. But it's up to me to get myself out of it and keep my cool. I have to take more action. Brother Phil says, I got to get myself out of it and keep my cool. And keep my cool. That means you have to keep yourself not act in emotion, but keep yourself in a rhythm where you can think and try to understand how can I solve my problem? And then take action on that. But I got to do it myself. He did not say I'm waiting on God, Jehovah, or some of these Taalik Nasheed or young Pharaoh. He said, I got to do this myself. Brother Phil says, I agree, sir. I'm 35 and have no children. It's great. I love having no children. Expect a nephew or niece that I love both did. Right, I have nieces and nephews. That's good enough for me. Why are you having these children? What's the benefit? What's the purpose of having all these children? And you living under the laws and the rules and the policy of another man. You doing it for vanity. So you can say you got some ding-a-ling and you got some putang. That's the reason why. Just for vanity purposes. What's the purpose of having children? What's the benefit? Except for vanity. I want the Ibn'rad name to be passed on to the future. So what? And Ibn'rad is a damn slave living with some racists under their domination. So what? You bring your children into the jungle, into the prison. Brother Phil says, train your mind to be stronger than your emotion. If not, you lose every time. I have no children. No child can come to me and tell me, you brought me into this mess. No child can come to me and tell me, you're not protecting me. You're not providing for me. And I said this in my conclusion here. These old deadbeat, scary ass Negroes. They don't do nothing for their children. And the reason why you have single mothers is because most of the time, these fathers have abandoned their children. But now, if the child grows up to be Shaquille O'Neal or Michael Jordan or Denzel Washington, here they come out to how the woodwork. That's my baby. That's my child. Now you want to claim the children that you abandoned. I think it was the 1980s. And they had a lot of shows where fathers abandon their children for whatever reason. And then the father shows up once the child get grown. Oh, matter of fact, they even did it in the 1970s. There was an episode of Good Times. And for whatever reason, James Evans' father abandoned him and his mother. And then he come back years later. Guess what? Guess what? All these stories, I can guarantee you, all these stories was written by men. And a lot of these men probably was guilty of abandoning their children. And once their children get grown or whatever, see, they didn't do a damn thing for them in their life. All of a sudden, they want to come back 20, 30 years later. I'm your father. And they want to give some sad excuse why they didn't send a Christmas card. There was no Christmas presents or whatever. But mama, look, mama didn't abandon you. Mama, most of these mothers, they was there for your birthday. They was there for Christmas. They was there for your basketball games and your baseball games. Mama was always there. So why the hell y'all going all out your way to give credit to some damn daddy, to black men? Black men ain't did a damn thing for the black community. Nothing. They don't protect. They don't provide. They're incompetent. They don't do a damn thing for us. They abandon their children and blame her. You left. I've been to family court. Family court is free. You can go to family court and watch cases for free. And I can guarantee you, you will see very few black men fighting for custody of their children. Very few. There was a man, I think he was from Cuba, Brazil, somewhere. This man spent over 5 years fighting for custody of his child. And the mother, she died trying to come to America. And the fact, what was it? Alien Gonzalez. I think that's what the young man, boy's name was. Alien Gonzalez. His family wouldn't give the father the child. And the father fought like 5-6 years to get his son. There's no black man that I know of is in court, any of these courts fighting for custody because you don't want your children. You want to go out here, no responsibility. You want to be free. So you can get her pregnant and her pregnant and her pregnant. And just like Nature Boy said, get as many pregnant as you can. You don't have to take care of nobody. I can guarantee you, all those stories about men abandoning their children, and then they come back later, 30 years later, all those stories were written by men because they men. And they probably guilty of the same thing, abandoning their children. My father was married to my mother. My father was living in the house with me. And he ignored me. I said it again. My father was in the house with me and treated me like I did not exist. I'm sick of these guys trying to act like men love their children. These men do not love their children like that. But women, mama, you're going to give her hell because she love and keep her, she want to keep her babies together. And you want to put these men on a pedestal. I'm not going to do that. I remember Shaq, the basketball player, Shaquille O'Neal, once he became famous playing basketball. Here come his daddy. I'm Shaq daddy. I'm Shaq daddy. Back in the day, Shaq used to make rap records too. And you can probably see it on YouTube. Shaq made a record called My Biological Didn't Bother. His mother got involved with another man, and that man took him to basketball practice, went to see his game, and supported him. His biological didn't bother. And all of a sudden, once Shaq became a basketball player, yeah, right, Sister Karen. Sister Karen said Shaq shut that down real quick. Sure did. Shaq didn't play. You can go on about your business, sir. You wasn't around when I needed you. You can keep being a rolling stone or whatever that you can roll out. Shaq said my biological didn't bother. He won't credit. I'm Shaq daddy. Who give a damn? Roll out. These men want credit for things they don't do. They don't provide. They don't protect. They don't do nothing for us. They're incompetent. Sisters, you're making a real bad mistake by keep following your brothers, these men, because they can talk good. That's how you got pregnant. Because they, oh Terry, oh Terry, you're so beautiful. I like your skin. You're so sweet. That's how you got pregnant. And then you don't see this cat in 30 years. Because they can talk smooth. They got the Mac style. The sisters, you are better off if you ladies come together and do your own thizzy. You've been following these men at least 40 to 100 years. These black men don't have it together, not gonna never get it together because they're incompetent in the mind. Their brain is filled with all this pro-blackness garbage in their head. They're never going nowhere. They got you in the jungle among predators. They cannot protect you. They cannot protect your children. They cannot even protect themselves. That's why he got shot in the neck. Can't even protect himself. Brother Andre, how you doing, Brother Andre? Brother Andre says, an adoption family sometimes would benefit a child more. Absolutely. Because the reality of it is a lot of y'all should never had children to begin with. A lot of these people, you should never had children. You're not a parent. The only reason why you have children, because you had sex. Sex is fun. But you have no idea what being a parent is. You have no idea of how to nurture another life. The only reason why you had children, because you want to feel good. Get down. And that's why we have so many of our children out here running around lost. Easy to make a baby. Very expensive. And it takes a lot of know-how and wisdom to raise up a child. My biological didn't bother. So you got men like this piece of trash called the Black Authority. You got Kevin Samuels. You got Tommy Sotomayor and a whole lot of other countless pieces of men trash. Hate speech. They allow it 24 hours a day. But if I stand up to speak against it, hate speech against black men. There was a sister, when I first came to YouTube, it was a lot of sisters that had channels. And they used to talk about the matriarchy and give us talks about how women can lead. And they keep getting attacked by all these pitiful pieces of trash men. And these men run them off YouTube, social media. So you and I can't learn and understand that women can be warriors. Women can be providers. Women got brains and wisdom too. Just leave you with the male, and that's all right. But these males aren't producing nothing. They're not producing nothing. I give credit where credit is due. I'm not going to give these suckers no credit. They did not earn it. Oh, they talk good, sound good. And you can go to somebody like O'Shea Duke Jackson channel, and they come on here, all their ideas and all their plans and cryptocurrency and stock market and Wall Street. They sign off. When it's all said and done, they standing in line waiting on a damn stimulus check. So what was the sense? All this talk about cryptocurrency and Wall Street and all this stuff that they be talking, when it's all said and done, they waiting for an EBT card. Putting on this show. Putting on a show. The threat is not the brothers. She's the threat. She's the threat. And this black man, you're never going to come into your own until you stop putting her down and begin to raise her up where she belongs. Because when you put her down, you idiot. You putting yourself down. You stupid. You hurt her, you're hurting yourself. But you're too damn dumb to realize that. We all human beings. We're not perfect, and we live in a cesspool. So it should be about healing and cleaning each other up. Instead of, I'm not dirty like you. Yeah, I'm dirty, but she's dirtier than me. That's your attitude, so you can feel like you don't have to do nothing for yourself. Brother Phil says, I can't stand Kevin Samuels. He comes off arrogant and very brutal with this alpha male beta crap on women's preference. I won't go too deep into that. There's no black man can be a beta male. Not when you living under another man. Alpha means you on top. Kevin Samuels is not an alpha male. Tommy Sotomayor is not an alpha male. Black Authority, all these fools are not alpha nothing. Alpha means you on top. And you have other men above you. You have to ask other men's permission to do anything. So how the hell you an alpha male? He calls himself a high value male. But another man put money in your pocket, directly or indirectly. So how are you high value when you cannot even make value? Another man determines what that value is. Yeah, that's true. A lot of these men are down low. So I wouldn't be shocked if somebody come out and say, another man come out and say they had some kind of relationship with Tommy Sotomayor or the Black Authority or Gavin. A lot of these guys are on the down low. They really want men. They really want man peanut butter and jelly. Because if you don't, if you got so much against her, you must want a man. That's all I can see. You must want a man. You ain't getting nothing from me. I'll bust you upside your face. You ain't gonna get nothing from me. So you can keep rolling out. I'm sick of it. So, brothers, those of us in our right mind, we need to protect her because nobody else is going to protect our sisters. I said this in my conclusion. That's what the Nation of Islam taught. Protect the black woman. But when their leader exploited the black woman, that was acceptable. See how religion messed our mind up? Just because that's your leader, he can exploit the sisters. But at the same time, you talk about protect the black woman. But it's all right for certain people to exploit her because God says so, make up some kind of ragged-ass excuse. That's why Malcolm got in trouble, because he believed in the protection of the sisters, no matter who did it. But his mind was all messed up too because of that religious garbage. This is mama. These men want to be on the level of mama. You with a penis, you will never be like mama. Mama carried the baby for 9 months. Mama suckle. Mama clean them dirty ass diapers. Mama is the one that's always around. You're never going to be on the level of mama. So sit your happy ass down. And some of these children, I said children, what they do have childish mentality. Some of these men actually get jealous of their children. Because mama can't give you attention no more. She got to give attention to this baby. And a lot of these men get jealous. Well, how come you not paying no attention to me no more like that? Because I got a baby. If you want all the attention, let's not have no damn babies. I got babies. You keep giving me these babies. They need to be fed. They need to be clothed. They need to be taught. You idiot. So he get mad because the sister giving attention to his children So he got to go out in the street and find a woman he can give another baby to. Sister Karen said, they're jealous because the baby breastfeed. Ain't that a damn shame? Because he want to breastfeed. I want some breasts too. I want breasts. Why don't you take your ass to work? And a lot of these men don't even work the way men used to work back in the day. My granduncle had 4 jobs. Always had a job. I don't even know how my uncle worked so much, I don't even know how he had time to make babies. But he worked. His wife never worked. His children all went to college. He constantly worked. You don't want to work. You want to play video games. You want to play FOI. Buy a final call newspaper. Buy some bean pies. Want some fish, my brother? You want to pretend like you're doing some work. Brothers, back in the day, there was no welfare. There was no stimulus checks. There was no EBD card. Your ass had to work or you starved. Y'all playing games, screwing around. They keep talking about the women on welfare. It's men on welfare. I know, because I was one of them. I had my food stamps, my EBT card, my Medicaid. You damn skippy. I was one of them. So I know men get welfare. They should do. But you don't get as much as women do because the women, a lot of the sisters have children. But if you're a man and you got custody of the children, you get the same welfare that the women do. Don't tell me men don't get welfare because I was one of them and I was standing in line with a lot of brothers in the welfare line. I don't want to hear that crap. The difference between me and them is because I just felt I had hard times. But you got brothers actually trying to live on the welfare system. That's not enough money for me. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how y'all want to live on welfare. It's just enough. It's just enough so that you can make it. Nobody in their right mind want to live on welfare if you can help it. That's not no money. You barely making it. You barely surviving. And if you save a little money, if you got a little raggedy piece of a car, as soon as the radiator go out, you need a starter. All the little money you done saved go to the car, and there's no guarantee your car gonna work. You take your little money out the bank, think you fixed the car, and the car still don't run. Now you wasted all that money. So I don't know why people think that you living high in the hall because you on welfare. It's a struggle. There's nothing exciting about getting food stamps and an EBT card and all the other welfare crap. Nothing exciting about it. You barely making it. This black man, this brother, you should be doing all you can to lift this woman and make her strong. Because when she's strong and when she's uplifted, you are uplifted. Don't worry about who's the leader. We are a team. We work together and we're going to work our way out of this mess once and for all. And that's what the Mississippi campaign is about. Subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. If you haven't, subscribe, easy to find, Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Subscribe and learn about it. Also, if you haven't, purchase our sister's book, Sister Noble's book, God is on Trial. Easy to look up. God is on Trial. Get a copy of that book. God is on Trial by our Sister Noble. Support our sisters. Supporting your sisters is supporting yourself. They love to see these black men do what they do, because they understand that we need to be united in order to rise. They understand that. You don't. These men only interested in trying to look good, trying to be what they're not. You're not a provider. You're not a protector. You're not a leader. You're dumb and you're stupid. That's what your actions show. And the only other men that's impressed by you is a bunch of creeps just like you. They're not going to come bother me. And a lot of these suckers know me. That's why they don't even come to my channel no more. Because they know I'll whoop their ass. Like the little boys they are. They're not going to come here. The only reason why a lot of these Nation of Islam wackos come to my channel, because they don't know me. A lot of them know me. The ones who know me stay away, because I whooped your ass. You don't have nothing coming here. Tired of y'all foolishness. Time for you to grow up. Silly, immature. And that's why the scriptures call y'all sheep. Because you need somebody to follow. And that's why your scriptures call you children. The children of God. The children of Israel. Because y'all little children. Immature. When you going to grow up? You've had the Bible and the Quran for thousands of years, and you still call yourself a child of God. When the hell y'all gonna grow up? When you gonna become an adult of God? You can only stay a child a certain amount of time. I will always be my mother's child. I will always be my father's child. But if my mother introduced you to me, here's my grown son. Here's my grown child. He's an adult now. When y'all gonna grow up? And that's why you stuck and trapped in the jungle. And the predators always hiding, waiting for the right time to eat you. You have the post sisters don't have no men to protect her. The poor children have no men to protect them. And even when they grow up, they keep the same cycle of stupidity and cowardice and incompetence. That same mentality, it goes on and on. Well, it stops here. It stops here. The buck stops here. We don't do that here. You're going to be a man or nothing at all. You're going to be a woman or nothing at all. You're going to stand for your own self, your own life here, or nothing at all. I don't give a damn about Africa. I don't give a damn about nobody except soul brothers and sisters born, the descendants of slaves, born right here. How the hell I'm going to talk about some damn Africa or anywhere else when I cannot even help myself? That sounds stupid as hell. I saw a video, we must save Africa. How the hell you going to save Africa and your ass getting an EBT card? That sounds dumb as hell. Save Africa, you at McDonald's slinging fries. Save Africa, and you got your hands on the steering wheel talking about don't shoot me. You save Africa. You can't even save your damn self. How can I give Sister Karen $10? I can't even give $10 to myself. Don't make any sense. What can you do for Africa and you can't do nothing for your damn self? It's stupid. Then you want to laugh at the Mississippi campaign when the Mississippi campaign is designed to put you in a position so you can offer somebody something instead of your damn mouth. Y'all have to learn the hard way. Foolish people. Elijah Muhammad said, it's easy to lead us in the wrong direction. Hard as hell to lead us in the right direction. And Mr. Elijah Muhammad, you yourself, sir, was leading the people in the wrong direction. That was good for them. Well, actually, it wasn't. But you had your time in the sun. It did not work. The reason why you have a reality temple on earth, the reason why you have an Operation Exodus, Mississippi, is because they failed. And you're too arrogant and you're too haughty to support new strategy and new ideas. For some reason, you think if you keep playing with whatever you're doing, it's going to work one day. I got an old stereo. I'm going to say this as we get out of here. I got an old stereo. It don't work. But I didn't throw it away. I keep plugging it into the wall. It don't work. The stereo do not work. And time keep going on, and I get the stereo out now and then, and I plug it into the, it don't work. I'm going to throw it away. See how stupid that sounds? It don't work unless you fix it. And apparently whatever you're doing, you're not even trying to find out what you're doing, why it's not working. You keep plugging it up, but you won't fix it. Just keep plugging it up. It's going to turn on. It's going to work. It's done. So now it's time for me to take that radio and get rid of it. Now, one time I had an old radio. I forgot what it was. And I plugged it up. It came on. But that's very rare. And it didn't work that long. Once it did, for some reason, I guess it had one little spark of life in it, and it went on and died. And that's how it is with all this blackity black, Pan-African, Kemetic, Hebrew Israelite. That's how it is. You plug it into the wall, Nation of Islam stuff, plug in the wall, it might spark a little life one more time, then it dies. New strategy, new mindset, because this is a new time. We are similar to 1960. We are similar to 1950. We are similar, but we're not 1950. This is 2021. And if we don't get ourselves together, love each other, this black man, these black women, we got to be together. If you can't do that, you're done. If you cannot unite as a people, we're done. And we're going to be just like Dr. Claude Anderson said. You're going to make yourself a permanent underclass if you don't find yourself back on this damn slave plantation. And that's just the reality of what we face. With that said, I'm out of here. Another 20-minute video, an hour. I guess I can't do 20 minutes. It's supposed to be a 20-minute video, another hour. But thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe, like, all that kind of good stuff if you want to. I appreciate it. And just give us something to think about. If the black man is the endangered species, if the black man is the threat, then please explain to me, why is she catching all the heat? I'm just wondering. Because I'm still trying to figure it all out. Because I don't see what y'all talking about. So on that note, as Don Cornelius used to always say in part, I wish us love, peace, and so we out at 5,000.